AskReddit by the Door X Toast. What is most scientifically incorrect song lyric? I don't fuck with the condoms cause the condoms is a problem with the AIDS jet in spray biggie. He also said I used to get feels on a bitch, now I throw shields on the dick, to stop me from that HIV shit. Man couldn't keep his facts straight. The Monsters anthem from the Space Jam soundtrack. I'm 28 light years old. Been carrying that one with you a while, haven't ya? Lol. JZ I'm half man, half mammal. No, Hoff, you're 100% both. Oh you really aren't going to like Dr. Octagon who is half shark half alligator half man. She blow that dick like a cello. It is impossible to play a cello by blowing it. I just read something about that song the other day where the guy who sings it said that he thought a cello was a blowing instrument and he couldn't believe that no one in his team warned him about the lyrics being wrong before he released it. Lol, he thought cello was the instrument that Squidward played in SpongeBob and that was what he meant to say in the song instead. A clarinet, haha. Not sure if that's all true but I thought it was funny enough to share. Your parasympathetic nervous system reacts and you're in fight or flight mode. Your sympathetic nervous system does fight flight, fawn freeze, and your parasympathetic nervous system does rest relax. Edit, changed flee to freeze, thanks everyone. Came here to comment this but had to make sure I wasn't beaten to it. Last I saw AJJ, they had a sticker acknowledging that mistake and even sang a different lyric to fix it lol. Sometimes the sun goes round the moon. No, it doesn't, Vanessa Williams. That would be catastrophic. Edit, folks, this is a silly post about vapid pop lyrics. I assure you Ms. Williams and her songwriters were not putting as much thought into it as many of you are. Though it would be funny if someone called them out on it and they responded well, actually. After all, they are right in that sometimes the snow comes down in June. It would be so bad. You don't even understand. Thunder only happens when it's raining. Rain and thunder, while correlated, are not linked in any causal capacity. Deleted. Bought a one-way ticket to hell and back. Well yeah, that would be round trip. I know that I must do what's right as sure as Kilimanjaro rises like Olympus above the Serengeti. It doesn't. I've always been so impressed that they managed to fit Kilimanjaro, Olympus, and Serengeti all in one line. That's a lot of multisyllabic geography words in one go. Because I'm back, on the rag and ovulating. A. Eminem does not have a uterus. But it's figurative, so I let it slide. B. Ovulation is basically the opposite of menstruating. They are not concurrent. You know, I'm starting to think rappers may not be the best source of medical information. There are no lions in the jungle. Deleted. It's raining men. Hallelujah. I keep it 300, like the Romans. 300 bitches, where's the Trojans? Deleted. Paul McCartney is not actually a walrus. It was April the 41st. Being a quadruple leap year. I was driving in downtown Atlantis. Comma Kippadota, wet dream. Deleted. A miasma of incandescent plasma. A city built on rock and roll would be structurally unsound. Surely the structure would be sound? Deleted. The 90s was a weird time for music. And I don't have a gun. Kurt Cobain. He did, in fact, have a gun. We're coming up on the 10-year anniversary of the worst lead ever, which specifically mentions that. https://deadspin.com/cnn-road-the-worst-kurt-cobain-lead-ever-wwe-try-to-cnn-154893235. Coast to coast, LA to Chicago, https://www.youtube.com/watch?var-7va0s/96s. Are you sure about that, Sard? The coast of Lake Michigan. The Central Coast is the best coast. Frank Ocean references getting hickeys on my aorta in Earl Sweatshirt's song Sunday, and I'm not sure where these hickeys were supposed to actually be, but under no circumstances should somebody be kissing an aorta. What if they're a heart surgeon who's really passionate about their work? And birds go flying at the speed of sound. Could you imagine living in a wood where birds are just casually breaking the sound barrier all the time? That Ike song with the line about how scientists are lying about how magnets work. Fucking magnets, how do they work? Europe, the final countdown. Oh, we're heading for Venus. And still we stand tall. Cause maybe they've seen us. And welcome us all, yeah? With so many light years to go. Who knows where they are coming from? Where can you see tigers? Only in Kenya. Got lions and tigers? Only in Kenya. Kenya, we're going to Kenya. I miss Weeble. There is zero evidence of any stairway to heaven. Also, tests are inconclusive on the highway to hell. If it helps, there's an escalator. Also, there's a freeway, not a highway. Also, the escalator's broken, but that's okay, from what Mitch tells me. Look at my horse. My horse is amazing. Give it a lick. Ew, it tastes just like raisins. This just brought back a memory I forgot ever existed. When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's love. Nope. It's a planetary crisis, severe ocular trauma, and a weird simile all at once. Deleted. I have never gotten boys in the yard using milkshakes. I can teach you. But I have to charge. Pretty sure, scientifically, Sammy Hagar could drive 55. He only drives cars once they're already going at least 56 miles per hour. He pays someone to get the car up to speed first. What makes it even more logistically challenging is that he refuses to even be in cars going 55 or under, whether or not he's driving. So he has someone fly him to the car in a helicopter, and then he climbs down on a ladder to switch out with the driver. Due to the lack of control during the period when Hagar is taking over from the driver, they have a long stretch of highway blocked off from other drivers until Hagar is in control. This happens every time he wants to drive, and the reverse happens every time he wants to get out of the car, and this whole process usually happens at least a couple times per day. With all that said, you are still correct, since he could definitely do it if he wanted to, though he would disagree. He thinks his brain will explode if he's in a sea. Lizzo has a song with, I don't get dehydrated, I moisturize daily. It's a little concerning, cause that's not how that works. Please drink some water. I think the funkiest part I've learned is that moisturizer doesn't even actually moisturize, it merely keeps the hydration from evaporating as fast by creating a layer on top of your skin. It was toners that actually do what, you know, you'd think something called moisturizer would, add extra hydration. Ironically, fucking magnets, how do they work might be the most scientific song lyric. Asking questions is the first step. A friend of mine works in public health and made mixed CDs during COVID. While she included the song, She was quick to point out that putting a lime in a coconut and drinking them both up is not a proven cure to any disease or even just bellyache. Lime juice is good for scurvy and coconut milk helps with constipation, though I don't know if any clinical trials have been conducted on the matter. It's never been verified, but was there really a one-eyed, one-horned, flying, purple people eater? I imagine a lot of what does the fox say is inaccurate. Set fire to the rain. Lake Erie set on fire once. Never underestimate mankind's ability to fuck things up. England is my city. England, as many of you might know, is indeed a country. We didn't start the fire, it was always burning since the world's been turning. Early Earth lacked the oxygen necessary for a continuous fire. Yeah, cause the fire kept burning it all. I get 1,000 hugs from 10,000 lightning bugs. So each lightning bug gives 1 stroke 10 of a hug? How does that even work? The math's not mathing on this one. Now this one checks out. He's in a swarm of lightning bugs and only 1 stroke 10 can reach him to give a hug. You can do side bends and sit-ups, but please don't lose that butt. It's a myth that you can target where you lose fat. How much fat you store around your waist vs your butt is basically all genetics. I'm in the fast lane from LA to Tokyo. The shortest path from LA to Tokyo is over the Pacific Ocean, with the biggest factor being weather and the flight path. This would be a flex if they were doing something like the Kessel Run a la Han Solo. I'm like a bird. I don't know where my home is. I wonder if anyone has ever used a homing pigeon to send a USB with this song saved on it. She's like a bird because she flies away. Not because she doesn't know where her home is or her soul is. I loved you with a fire red, now it's turning blue, apologize. One Republic. Blue flames are, in most circumstances, hotter than red ones. Concrete jungle, wet dream, tomato, need I say more? I believe it's actually concrete bunghole where dreams are made up. Everyone is gay, Nirvana all apologies. No, it just seems that way when you're a rock star. Doobie Brothers, long train running. Pistons keep on turning. Always made me think how much they smoked when writing it. Everybody was kung fu fighting everyone, dart. Really dart. Everyone, doubtful. Deleted. Don't Stop Me Now by Queen is chock full of them. And the world, I'll turn it inside out. Defying the laws of gravity. I'm burning through the sky, yeah, 200 degrees. I'm traveling at the speed of light. I'm a sex machine, ready to reload like an atom bomb. Edit, I have clearly been outvoted on this particular one and I withdraw it. 4 out of 5 ain't bad. Given that Brian May has a PhD in astrophysics, he should know better. But Queen also, correctly, said that fat bottom girls make the rockin' world go around. You might as well be walking on the sun. No, you might not as well, so. I feel like this one actually works fine. If you follow, then there may be a tomorrow, but if the offer is shunned, you might as well be walking on the sun. Shunned offer equals no tomorrow equals death. Walking on the sun equals death. A venereal disease, like a menstrual bleed,